I'm Kristin Scott Thomas and you're watching The Big Picture.
Coming up in The Big Picture.
We show you what great movies are hitting cinemas.
We also chat to the stars of the award-winning Dawn of the Dragonslayer.
Also, the makers of The Woman in the Fifth.
It's February.
It's The Big Picture.
Kermit, Miss Piggy and company are back. With the help of actors Jason Segel and Amy Adams, the troupe reunite to save their old theatre from an evil oil businessman played by Academy Award winner Chris Cooper.
Let's just start at the bottom and work our way back up to the top. Come on, guys, let's go!
You guys are so talented.
Check it out. Fart shoes.
In true Muppet tradition, several Hollywood stars make cameo appearances, including Jack Black.
Prepare yourselves for head bowling.
What? I have not signed off on this!
Waka waka.
You've been replaced. Oh, yeah! What's that over there?
Oh, what?
The Muppets make their welcome return to cinemas on February 10th.
Move it.
Prepare to feast your eyes on the first instalment of the legendary Star Wars saga in 3D. Relive the introduction into the Jedi world as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn discover a conflict on the planet Naboo. Starring Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman, the film made almost $1 billion worldwide on its original theatrical release.
You believe it's this boy?
The Force is unusually strong with him. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Oh, my.
Wipe them out. All of them.
Movie lovers will feel the force when Star Wars The Phantom Menace is released in 3D on the 9th of February.
This classic tale of knights and dragons sees a young farmer trained to avenge the death of his father, who was slain by a fire-breathing dragon. The Big Picture sat down with the stars of the movie to find out more about this special effects extravaganza.
Baron Sterling was an English baron living in Ireland who's fallen on hard times.
Dragons aren't magical any more than the men who vanquished them. They can be slaughtered like any other beast. We'll do it now, like they did it then.
I'm not sure what it is about dragons that makes it so popular, but I'm a fan of that particular moment in, not necessarily history and mythology, and I just love the magical aspects of it.
It's deeply in our psyche to be aware of dragons, rather like ghosts and other things. They're part of our nature. We don't mock them because they might turn up and bite us.
Very few have all gifts, but all have one. And that's a little bit of devilry.
You can only push an innocent man so far. Sam Worthington stars as an escaped convict and ex-New York cop who's been framed.
Breaking news, the eyes of the city are riveted. 20 stories up on the man on the ledge.
An escaped convict.
The guy that stole the diamond off David Englander?
A $40 million diamond.
David Englander set me up.
He strives to prove his innocence by standing on the ledge of a building, which is all part of a meticulous and thrilling plan.
Hey, you see me?
It's your show, bro.
Okay, Joe, you know what to do. Don't worry. Everyone's looking at me.
Man on a Ledge hits cinemas February 3rd.
So, you're from London. Trying to sell Eel Marsh House.
Yes.
You won't find a local buyer.
Daniel Radcliffe explores new horizons in the creepy period thriller The Woman in Black. He stars as Arthur Kipps, a lawyer who travels to an isolated village where some ghostly occurrences have been taking place.
Please, don't go back to the house.
This spooky tale, which aims to make you jump out of your seat, also stars another Harry Potter teammate, Kieran Hines.
The sooner the house is sorted out and sold, the sooner people can move on. Here, this will keep you going. Don't go chasing shadows, Arthur.
The Woman in Black enters cinemas on February 10th.
I gotta pick Jill up at 4 in the morning.
She comes once a year and she's leaving on Sunday.
Adam Sandler stars as both Jack and Jill, a comedy about two identical twins who are polar opposites.
Are you going bald? Huh? No, you're getting fatter and your hair doesn't realize it needs to cover more face. Okay.
The film is directed by Dennis Duggan, whose previous Sandler comedies include Happy Gilmore, Little Nicky, and Grown Ups.
I put a little list together of things I want to do. Beach, horseback riding. Let's go! Oh my God!
There to support Sandler are Katie Holmes, Dana Carvey, and Oscar winner Al Pacino, who plays himself.
All you gotta do is make content. Oh! Oh my God! I'm sure you have others.
You'd think it, but oddly enough, I don't.
Jack and Jill hits cinemas on February the 3rd.
Please don't destroy my pool. Let's go do something.
Extremely loud and incredibly close, tells the story of a young boy who has lost his father in the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Listen to me. We broke a window to let in some air. Now I'm going to be okay.
Where are you?
I'm on the 106th floor.
Was hijacked.
Thomas, will you come home?
I'm going to try to call you again in a few minutes.
Please just stay talking to me.
Soon after, Oscar finds a key belonging to his father, which takes him on a search to find the corresponding lock and perhaps answer some questions.
I'm trying to find a lock for this key that was in the envelope that once belonged to my father.
Sorry, I don't know anything about the key or your father.
The film is directed by triple Oscar nominee Stephen Daldry, the man who brought you Billy Elliot, The Hours, and The Reader. The film stars a cast of Hollywood heavyweights, Tom Hanks, Sandra Bullock, John Goodman, Viola Davis, and introduces Thomas Horn, who has already won several awards for his performance as Oscar.
If things were easy to find,
they wouldn't be worth finding.
Last month, we tipped WE as an award season contender. Since then, Madonna collected a Golden Globe for the movie's song, Masterpiece.
He's rather serious about her, Your Majesty.
What do you mean, serious? She's a married woman.
Your family will never stand for it. The Prime Minister won't stand for it.
Then I'll give up the throne.
Here's some previously unseen Madonna from the UK premiere.
I would like them to walk out of the theatre or the film with a few things. One is with a new understanding of the relationship between Wallis Simpson and Edward VIII. And for people to say, wow, you know, I didn't know that about her, or I didn't know that about the story, I didn't know these details. But more importantly, to, you know, nothing is what it seems, and it's good to not judge a book by its cover.
WE is in cinemas now.
Dear Chloe, these last few years have been so hard on our family.
Ethan Hawke and Kristin Scott Thomas star in this psychological thriller. Hawke is a writer who escapes to Paris after a scandal ends his job. He embarks on a relationship with a mysterious woman, which leads to bizarre and inexplicable circumstances.
Forget your wife, forget your daughter. You needed a good disaster to get you started.
We sat down with Kristin Scott Thomas and director Pawlikowski to find out more.
I know what it is. It's not a thriller, it's not a drama, it's not a romantic comedy, it's none of these things. It's a strange beast. I did want to make a film about a mental breakdown. And the book was a good jump-off point for that. I mean, I took some elements from the book and added a few more and then kind of worked it and worked it.
I know you. I know you inside out.
It's great working with Ethan because he's such a generous, intelligent person and such a clever actor. You know, that can only make you better, and it can only make working and each take more exciting than the last one. So yeah, that was great.
What have you done with my daughter? I want my daughter back!
Stay here with me.
For how long?
Indefinitely.
The Woman in the Fifth hits cinemas on February 17th.
Welcome to Hampton Inn. Do you have a reservation?
No.
Is that a dog in your bag?
Nope.
What are you doing back in Mercury? Are you moved back, or?
Of course not. Gross.
Young Adult is the new dark comedy brought to you by the writer-director team behind Juno. Charlize Theron plays Mavis Gary, an ex-high school prom queen who returns to her hometown.
Psychotic prom queen, bitch.
Her mission is to rekindle her relationship with her ex-high school sweetheart, Bud, played by Patrick Wilson.
I'm here to get him back.
I'm pretty sure he's married with a kid on the way.
No, kid's here. I'm cool with it. I mean, I've got baggage too.
I would keep all of this to yourself. I would find a therapist.
Of course, things don't go to plan for Mavis, who soon discovers the harsh realities of her life.
That new baby of his is just darling.
Have you seen it? Up close?
Can I help you find something?
I'm going to a rock concert with an old flame.
Let's show him what he's been missing.
No, he's seen me recently, he knows. But his wife hasn't seen me in a while, so...
Young Adult is in cinemas from February 3rd.
You can come to the city with me like we always planned.
Mavis, I'm a married man.
No, we can beat this thing together.
Well, that's February. Until next time,
Sit back and enjoy the movies.
you've been watching
The Big Picture.